What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Montana Method Podcast one more time. Nelson Rodriguez Jr., author of Montana Method, coming at you direct from Miami. Today, I have an undisputed comedy legend in my presence, the undisputed comedy boss of the 305, killing it on Instagram. I've been following him for a really long time. He's gone through 3 Instagram accounts, and all of them blow up every time he starts over. The man is killing the game, sold out comedy shows in Miami. If you know who I'm talking about, it's El Caballo.
I've been out here hustling all my life. Every day we get into it. Really out here in these streets. That's day and night. Like there's nothing to it. When I was going through it, dog, I never got your call. I never asked for nothing, no. But now I want it all. Promise I'ma do it. Came from rags to riches, rags to riches. Came from rags to riches, rags to riches. Came from rags.
What's up, brother?
What's the deal, big dog? What's the deal? Yo, you got me nervous here with all this fucking Tony Montana gear, dog. There has to be un saco perico here, right? Has to be.
No.
Dame un tratazo, bro.
No.
Let's get this fucking podcast started the right way, baba.
No trastazos. At least not for the next hour. You know?
Coño. De pinga.
Right after you did the shark video too, right? The Tony Montana.
Okay, shark. Remember that shit? I cannot believe that there's fucking sharks que están empericados hasta la teta in the fucking waters now, dog. On top of all the shit that we have to fucking worry about.
Right?
That's colesterol with the fucking croquetas.
Clone meat, you know?
No. Baby mama drama.
Now coked up sharks.
Now fucking sharks that are taking rails. Incredible, dog. De pinga.
Esto está de madre.
¿Qué me cuenta?
Bro, I'm blessed, brother. I'm in the best, mentally, spiritually, in the best space of my life, bro.
That's what the fuck is up, dog.
Yeah,
I think that a lot of Miami goes through the same phases together.
Yeah.
Especially with social media, bro. I think that social media gives society its own like algorithm.
Oh.
And we go through the same vibes. Everybody's sharing the same memes. So everybody's on the same fucking, oh, I hate this or I hate that.
Yep.
And I think that right now we're on a phase where everybody's, you know, self empowerment, self-development.
Sure.
It's a good thing, Doug.
Very good,
good thing. I mean, hey, listen, after that fucking pandemic,
bro,
after that quarantine, I was tremendo periguero malo. That shit made me tremendo beast of a fucking rager.
Tremendo vacuum cleaner, dog.
No, baba. The only things that saved me were the comedy shows that, you know, I don't have to sober up for them and shit. But yeah, I think that everybody's on that tip now, and it's a good thing. I'm glad to hear that you're in a good place, bro.
Thank you, man. Yeah. And thank you for accepting the invitation, of course.
Of course.
Oh,
vaya.
I appreciate that. Yeah, this is dope, man. Now, I've noticed that I've had other comedians on. I've had like New York comedians and other places, and regional comedy is such a thing, right? Like you are definitely, I think, as far as regional comedy goes, there's nobody like you. Like I think that like understanding our isms and lo cubano and like how we speak and everything, that special connection. I don't really think there's been a comedian who's connected with the Miami audience like you have.
Really. I appreciate you, bro. I truly appreciate that. But, I mean, I got a lot of my swag from my mentor, fucking Pepe. You said that you did? Yeah, Pepe Villede was...
I know who he is, but I didn't know that was your thing back in the day. Yeah, I didn't follow you back
then. Bro, I kind of, you know, he's how I got into comedy. Back in those days is when Twitter was actually a thing down here. And our scene was in Twitter because your scene was never really in Twitter. But when Pepe Villede came out, that the whole social media thing just started and, you know, content creators... began
doing the thing.
Bro, he was the shit on Twitter. And I remember I was selling insurance at the time, and I saw this guy fucking taking rails. It was a puppet, a ratchet Cuban puppet taking rails, talking the house of shit.
That's crazy, bro.
And I was like, my guy, like that's
seeing
my alter ego. And I tweeted that motherfucker until
nonstop.
Papa, until he noticed me. We linked up, and the rest is history, bro. But, you know, I learned a lot from him. That dude's He's a brain, has like 2 fucking master's degrees, a doctorate.
Wow.
Yeah, everybody thinks he's un balsero from Hialeah, but he's done things, dog.
That's dope. So you and Pepe Villeta, that's how you started, bro.
That's how I started. I was his little sidekick. And, obviously, you hit the fork in the road where you want to grow, and I did my own thing. And then soon after that, even back in those days, I was like 10 years ago, and I got my profile deleted back then.
Wow. And that was before, like, censorship was a thing?
Before, exactly. It's been happening to me since the beginning of time, Doug.
Yeah.
But
how many profiles have you ran through?
In total, like 4 or 5.
Yeah.
4 or 5. But listen, that one was the most beneficial one, because when that happened to me, I felt raped, literally. And I made sure, like, I was so distraught that I made sure that was never going to happen again. And it's kind of what led me to learn how to edit through Adobe. I got into the whole video production game because I always wanted something to fall back on.
Right. In
the case that they deleted me again. So I took like 2-3 years off, bro. Literally, I got a Adderall prescription. and I learned how to fucking edit, do my own shit, so that every time I come back, it's because, again, it's about making content and being able to bring things to life digitally. And that's what I kind of had to learn in order, to have something to, on top of the fact that I built a video production business out of it that I was able to fucking rely on until everything popped off. But then after about 3 years, I just hit social media again, and that's when the comedy really
took off.
Yeah,
bro. That's a super dope story. I love it. So you're one of the few guys I've met, because I've had a lot of comedians on the show, but I've had like either people who strictly do content.
What comedians, pa? I'm en su madre.
Maybe nobody you knew, but people from a couple of comedians. A good friend of mine named Jasmine. She's up in Jasmine Ruiz. She's blowing up on Instagram right now, up in New York. Another buddy of mine named Rig H. He has a podcast up in New York too.
All right, that's what's up.
Yeah.
Shout out.
What I've noticed is, like, the content comedy is way different from the stand-up comedy. Like, of
course.
And you're one of the only guys I've known that kills it at both. You know what I mean? Like, you destroy.
Damn, hey, that's the first time that has been fucking recognized. I think that has to fucking. Hey, I appreciate that very much.
No problem, bro.
And a lot of, I've tried to explain this to stand-ups down here. Because when I first started this shit, again, I was doing video production.
Right.
And Cisco Duran, do you know Cisco Duran? Godito Dominicano. Bueno, he's probably one of the bigger, I'd say he's top 3 biggest comedians that come out of Miami right now. And this was 9 years ago, and he asked me to go do a sizzle reel for him.
Okay.
And I went to go record his set. And, bro, that's when I was like, oh, shit, this is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. So from that moment on, I tried injecting myself into the whole stand-up scene. I would go to so many stand-up things without really fucking having the balls to do it yet. And when I would ask people for advice, all these stand-ups would just tell me shit like, man, you just got to go up there and bomb.
Yeah.
You just got to go up there and bomb. And I was like, get the fuck out of here, dog. Like, I'm not going to just go up there and bomb. Like, I want to go in there with a plan. Right. And then that, not having the balls to do that. And again, it wasn't so much about the balls. I just didn't see a lot of sense in going up there and bombing with no purpose. So I started between that. That's when I launched my new Instagram. And I said, all right, let me build a following.
Right.
That's going to come out and watch me, because I saw the grind. And, and let me tell you, I do think that they deserve more respect for going out there to just random fucking open mics and clubs and doing these things. But I just never saw the sense in it, bro. I'm like, yo, you're doing this shit for free the majority of the time. You're going out there to get heckled. It's not like you're building, because if they were building a following, all of them would be fucking hot on social media. So it's almost like a double-edged sword. And I'm like, yo, let me just concentrate on writing material, building a following on Instagram, and then I'll come and start inviting that following to come out and see me. And, that was a formula that always made sense to me. And I feel like a lot of people down here, a lot of stand-ups in general, don't put that together. Maybe they can't, Again, I was blessed that I learned how to do the video editing. So I know how to view a joke digitally.
From the consumer side, yeah.
Digitally, I can sequence it in my head.
Right.
Maybe that's the disconnect that other stand-ups. To them, I say, hey, come work with me, bitch. I would love to fucking have talent, but to have more talent to work with. But yeah, man, that's basically how that all
came down,
turned down.
I love it, bro. And let me tell you, I see your perspective, but I'm a person who's failed nasty and fell flat on his face a million times. And that's made me that's giving me such strong character and such a strong mindset that nothing could break me. So I can see why they told you go out and bomb, because that kind of like no fear is what makes you like, I think it just makes you a better comedian.
Understood.
You know?
Understood. And obviously in anything you do in the world, repetition
is important.
Is key. But if you can go out there better, afilado.
Exacto. Yeah,
you get what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Now, if the bombing and all that shit led to something that was more productive, you know that angle I think would work more in a city like New York, where you're bombing in New York is completely different from fucking bombing here.
In Miami, yeah.
Because I love the comedy scene down here. I love the great comics. It's the armpit of the fucking comedy world. I'm sorry to say.
Really? Why? I didn't even know that.
I mean, what famous comedians do you know from Miami?
I mean, just the Miami scene, really. Like you, Dairo,
Okay, I'm not famous. You get what I'm saying? I'm famous here.
No, that's what I'm saying. Regional comedy is a thing. Like
I'm famous here, and listen, I don't doubt for a second that I can make other people laugh. I just have to write for the crowd.
Right.
But there's back to the point of comedy in Miami. They're just people. Nobody has broken out. Look, Marcelo is the closest it's gotten to breaking, and to tell you the truth, he did break out, and he deserves it. He's funny as fuck. You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah.
The homie popped off, but again, Marcelo, he was on my podcast. Marcelo went to college to play soccer, and on a scholarship. He le rozó la papaya, the scholarship, and he left and went to go do stand-up in New York for 2 years, like a G. Doesn't it make sense that he's the first one to fucking pop off?
Of course, because he went to a whole different market.
A whole different market where it's a serious market.
Yep.
Because Miami's not a serious market, unfortunately. I mean, again, bro, we're in the cusp of getting into being a fucking real city, bro.
Yeah.
Till 4 years ago, we were still like that city, just still trying to fucking get it. And a lot of the reason is because people didn't understand how to mesh in with Hispanics. And they're still trying to figure it out.
We're still another country.
100%.
In spite of all these New Yorkers and all these people that are moving, we're still a totally different country.
100%. I encourage anybody that lives here that has never left to go north of Orlando para que tú veas how you live in a fucking bubble.
Yep.
I've always said it, bro. If you're Cuban, if you're Hispanic, period, and you're not in Miami, you're un come pinga. I'm being real. It's a whole different fucking country out here.
100%.
I mean, actually, I shouldn't have said that. Stay the fuck away, dog. Stay the fuck away. But in all honesty, it's Latin America with a couple more laws.
Yep. No, I'm with you.
That enforces the laws a little more.
Yep.
That's it.
This place
and listen, by the way, I'm talking that shit, and I'm all for it. I don't give a fuck. I'm hearing a Meche. I'm about the life. I'm about the shits, but... If you're Hispanic, this is the place to be. Go. And by the way, I speak out of experience. I played baseball through college, and I went to Illinois my first year, and Iowa my second year.
No whole nother place, bro.
And Papa, to them, I was worse than a fucking black person.
Yeah, bro.
And they would tell me straight up. To them, I was either Italian or Mexican.
That's crazy.
100%. And you find out very fast that you live in a bubble in Miami. This is like a little wonderland. I love how everybody talks shit now. Make no mistake. There's plenty of places up north that you can go and live a very fucking peaceful life. My mom lives in Georgia right now, and it's a very rural city, and the people are the nicest people in the fucking world. I'm not suggesting that, everywhere you go is fucking racism. But if you're a Hispanic that's trying to break out and make money and go ham, this is the only city you should be in, because you can definitely go and live a very calm life anywhere else. There's plenty of places. I don't want to paint a picture like, America's a scary racist place. There is racism, but it's not what people make it out to be.
Of course.
But this is a city you want to be in if you want to flourish as a Hispanic.
It's just, there's no other place in the United States where like it's 80 or 90% of us in the city, right? And then if you bring in Cubans, that's a whole other thing because there's no other city in the United States where we're this strong. You know what I mean? Like you could talk about a little bit Union City, un poquito, and maybe Las Vegas, but outside of that, bro, we don't exist outside of Miami.
Well, listen. This is the point that I always make, and you know, I've been trying to get these dudes to vocalize it a little more, but post all this BLM shit, right? Mm-hmm. Where police brutality, police this and that. Shouldn't Miami basically be the bastion of what a police department should be role modeled after? There is no other police department in the country that is 99% minority. I mean, outside of black centralized,
right,
but
Hispanics,
but like minority that's not like that. It's only black because in those it's just all black.
Right.
But here it is a 99% minority spread across the board, right, and that includes blacks. When the fuck you ever seen a rioting here because cops are unlawfully killing people?
That they tried it during the pandemic one time, and they were like, "Bro,
yeah, bro." And listen, it's it's because of the culture.
Yes,
it's because of the culture. Miami should be looked at as the bastion of how you run your motherfucking police departments. I've been saying the shit.
150%, dog. And a big part of that is the culture. You're right. Like,
and by the way, there's piece of shit cops.
Of course,
piece of shit ass cops. Of course. But for the most part, dog,
they're doing their job.
This city is as level as it gets when the cops are just someone else down the street from you.
Mind you, there's some crazy shit that happens in Miami, bro. And con todo eso, they're doing a pretty good fucking job.
100%, dog. 100%. I honestly, I give major love to the MDPD.
I'm with it. And especially, you know what? Sometimes I look at it from their perspective, and the shit they have to deal with is crazy, bro. Like,
everybody thinks, you know, cops for the most part. Listen, the majority of cops that are on the beat, the majority of their job is dealing with fucking bums, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Bums, drug addicts, low-life pieces of shit. Everybody thinks, oh, cops, like if they have it very fucking easy. Yes, there are cops that have it fucking easy, and there are some cops that take advantage. But, bro, the majority are good, and the majority have the worst fucking job in the world. It's dealing with the low-life pieces of shit of society.
And to be honest, they don't get paid much money, bro.
No, they don't get fucking shit. I mean, they can make up for it in overtime and their pensions, pero tienen que trabajar como mulo.
Dealing with more of that, you know?
100%, 100%.
I'm with you, bro. And I have never appreciated Miami more than today because of what we talked about. So that's why I'm wearing this shirt, because I know, first off, obviously it has Scarface. Shout out to Linda. This is her T-shirt.
Linda!
I'm a advocate of, like, yo, whoever's coming here, you're not going to drive me out of my city, dog. I'm from Miami. I'm first generation Cuban. Both my parents came here. This place was nothing before Cubans came here. That's first. Second, I was born and raised in Miami, bro. This is my city. I'm not going to move. Unfortunately, I get it. Some people, it's like, oh, it's too crazy. It's too expensive. I got to go. I'm not telling you not to leave. You do what you want with your life. But me, bro, people are going to come from outside of Miami, move here, make it expensive, and then the solution is I leave? No. This is my city, bro. You're not going to drive me out of this place. You know what I mean?
I'm with you, Baba. Listen, it's getting difficult, and I feel bad for everybody that's having to move out because of how difficult it is now financially. But se tiene que hacer billete, ¿verdad? You got to get to the grind. And right now, unfortunately, in Miami, if you're not willing to go the extra mile to make some cake, te vas a comer un cable.
Yep.
You can survive, but you're going to be surviving, ¿sabes? Check the check.
Struggling, straight up.
And needing a favor every now and then. So, I mean, that's why we were talking about prior to the podcast. For the first time, Miami's seen a drop in population. And unfortunately, the majority of those people are...
Us.
Us, the real fucking Miamians.
Yeah, bro.
No, nos están dejando aquí con los pájaros estos que están viniendo de California and fucking New York. Bro. A comer pinga and vote blue.
By the way, if you're a pre-pandemic New Yorker, this conversation is not you. There's something different about the pandemic New Yorkers that moved here. And this isn't for the New Yorkers that live in New York either. Like, this is for the New Yorkers, Californians, Chicagoans, all the people that moved here during the pandemic and are still moving here. And then they're like, oh, this place should be more like back home. No, it shouldn't, because you moved here. If you moved here, you obviously like Miami and you didn't like something from where you came from. So that, bro, people are just dumb.
You gotta be a fucking asshole. I mean, I know that a lot of them are also taking jobs here because en muy come pinga de Suarez.
He's prostituting Miami, bro.
Prostituting Miami, made
Straight
himself up to be the fucking crypto king, que took el otro,
Sabino, no.
brought all that wave of people over here para resingar. Ahora que se metan los floods.
Straight up.
Hijo de puta.
You know what? I commented on Josue's page the other day. I was like, Josue, don't worry. A few hurricanes and the heat will get these guys out of here.
Papa, one good hurricane.
A Hurricane Andrew?
I think one good hurricane restabilizes everything.
Straight up.
But I'm talking about like a good category 6.
Like a Irma.
That takes out all those sunrise buildings que ya se cayó uno.
Yeah, no.
Take out like 4 or 5 of them ahí.
They're
Uno
gone.
al otro. Everybody start rebuilding. Everybody will it'll chin check everybody very fast.
And then everybody will come back. They're like, all right, now I can come back now. Property
Exactly.
value just went down.
Exactly.
No, I'm with you, bro, because it takes, like, you've lived in Miami all your life. I've been through Hurricane Andrew. I've been through Hurricane Irma. I've been through Hurricane Wilma. I've been through Hurricane Katrina. Like, I've been through all. So now it's like, oh, great, another hurricane. But to somebody that's not from Florida, they're like, oh, my God.
My toilet paper.
Bro, what is it with the 30 packs of water?
No,
I don't
mama,
get it.
I can't explain the whole phenomenon of people que calidrosos son, that the first thing they do in the case of an emergency, oh, there's a natural disaster coming, go get toilet paper, because I'm such a fucking cagalón. Like, how much are you planning on eating during this fucking natural disaster that you buy out
The whole
the
section.
fucking toilet paper?
That's crazy, bro.
I feel like that's one of those, like, I think it's like one of those stupidities that it just happened one time and there was a natural disaster and the toilet paper happened to be out and one person goes, oh my God, the toilet paper.
Bro.
And that shit spread and before you knew it, all the fucking toilet paper was gone in the city.
Bro, crazy, dog. Crazy. No, bro. Costco and all those places must have been like, bro, what are people going through right now? Like,
It must have been like, what fucking idiots. Of all the things you're going to buy, toilet paper. Papa, look, in that pandemic, one of the most beneficial things to happen from that whole fucking thing is that cuando empezaron con la como pinguería de toilet paper, I invested $250 in a busting dick fucking bidet.
That's right. You post stories about that shit all the time.
I'm gonna start doing those again. It's about time to recycle that whole topic.
I gotta buy that for my crib.
Papa, a piece of toilet paper hasn't touched my asshole in a good 2.5 fucking years. El ojo del culo mío is like a princess. Every time un chorrito de agua, se limpia. Even when I have enough time, I press the button for it to dry.
Bro, I'm gonna make you a millionaire now. Ready for this? They gotta sponsor you, dog.
Amazon storefront, ahí put a fucking bidet in the Amazon storefront para la pinga.
You gotta do one of two things: either get one of those big bidet companies to sponsor you, or start one of start a bidet company, dog. You know how many people will buy that? I will buy it.
Fucking Caballo bidet.
With you, it's like you and like the little your hand.
You
is
gotta
like
make the toilet look like a saddle.
Caballo.
The toilet, there's a mane on the seat. No, you're onto something, bro.
Está bueno. I'm telling you, dog. Hey, I'm always thinking business. I'm always trying to think business. You know?
Money on my mind, my nigga Montana, dog.
Hey. Yeah, you already know, bro. That was one of the things. That's why I love that movie so much, because it was like it was
The world is yours, motherfucker.
Straight up.
You already know what time it is.
Yeah, bro. That guy.
You know it does. You ever seen that's Manolo.
Look. He's gonna stick his tongue out.
The fuck you doing with your tongue?
He's going to stick his tongue out to that girl. Look. Oh, look. He got slapped. Look.
Yeah, you have. If your whole fucking podcast is themed, you have to know every last line, right?
No, bro. I know it backwards and
For
forwards.
sure.
Trust me.
For sure.
First, you got to make the money first. Then you make the money. Then you make the power. Then you get the power. Then you get the woman. Bro, I know every single line.
And that's probably one of the truest things he fucking said.
And he did it exactly how I said. That's what I love, bro.
No, but that's what a lot of men don't understand here, especially nowadays, in this generation of men.
And in Miami.
Where they were raised by women, and they don't realize that they have to build something in order to get the woman they want. It's a bunch of chumps making $50,000 in a 6-figure fucking society.
Yep.
Trying to get primo women.
Yep.
And then they get frustrated. They don't have it. When all they had to do was listen to fucking Tony.
Straight up.
All they had to do was listen to Tony.
You should have listened to Tony, bro. I'm just saying. Hey.
First you get the money.
Then you get the power.
Then you get the power.
Then you get the woman.
Then you get the bitches.
Bro, men don't like me for saying this. And I had a reel go viral already when I said this. I was like, bro, you need to become a high-value man, dog. It's not about, no, que la jeva, oh, my God, they're fake and all they want is money. Bro, who wants to be with a broke-ass person? Nobody.
It's trending right now, bro. Yeah, there's so much information. And listen, the reason it's trending is because that's the real fucking pandemic. It's fucking a society of men, a couple of generation of men that were raised by women. And listen, I was part of it.
Me too.
Generation of men that were raised by women, and they don't really have a grasp on how to properly be a man. And it doesn't mean being un come pinga tosco, screaming for everything. It's the whole sense of truly being a provider and understanding what a provider is. And listen, to a certain extent, I'm not even there yet. But I'm not out there trying to fucking fish women that, I know exactly what my league is.
Exactly.
And that's exactly what the problem is with a lot of men. That's why I feel like there's so much frustration in the dating scene.
Yeah, bro.
And women, by the way, women too.
Yeah, no. I'm with you.
You know, and you look up this again. The information's out there now because there's so many men looking for help that it's so trendy. Every other person's an alpha. The Andrew Tate. That's why Andrew Tate's blowing up. And I mean, Andrew Tate has great fucking points. He's just a little shot out because that's part of his fucking gig.
He's an online personality. It is
100%.
I get it.
But there's men starving out there for his kind of information. But women, 100% of women are trying to get with 20% of fucking men.
And that's the disconnect. That's what men need to understand now. You need to adopt the qualities of the 20% men,
100%.
not the 80% men.
Exactly. And not be frustrated.
1 + 1 is 2, dog.
100%. You got to qualify yourself, bro.
So the answer, like you said earlier, to kind of bring it full circle, we live in a city that's super expensive. Yet the answer is, if you want to live here, you just make more money, bro. And in the 21st century, dog, let me tell you, if anyone out there says, no, I can't find a way, you're full of shit, bro. There's so many different ways to make money nowadays that it's like, if you're not even actively looking for a way to make money, I don't even know what to tell you, bro. Like,
if you can't make above normal means, bro, you're just lazy.
150%.
And you don't want to apply yourself. Because, I mean, you can get 2 jobs. Nobody's trying to do that.
Exactly.
None of these motherfuckers are trying to get 2 jobs.
Exactly.
By the way, it's not coming. I'm coming for something. I wouldn't get 2 jobs. But, I'm figuring out how to do it so I don't have to.
Exactly.
But if you're bitching and you don't have 2 jobs, then you're obviously, it's laziness.
150%.
You move out of the market. Move out of the fucking, go to Georgia, rural Georgia, where
it's $200 for
you're a baller out there with fucking 80 racks.
Yeah, bro.
There's still plenty of parts of the country where you can go, and with $80,000, if you know how to live,
you'll live like
you can live fucking very comfortably, bro.
Yep.
Or go become a passport brother.
There you go. My sister.
You've heard of that shit, right?
Nah, eso está fuerte. That's like.
Hey, look. You're saying adopt. They're adopting.
That's adapting.
They're adopting. There's nothing for me here. I'm going to go get a fucking remote job in Colombia.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Y cingar como loco.
I have a buddy of mine.
The problem is when they're stupid enough to think that they're going to bring them over here.
No.
And have the same fucking
not happening.
Josefina that they had in Colombia.
Yeah, that's not happening. Ever. 50 grand a year in Colombia is like $500,000, bro. It's
100%.
I have a buddy of mine who's actually in town. Shout out to Mauricio. He lives in Medellin and he has a remote job and he lives super lovely out there, bro. He has a 4-bedroom apartment that he pays $600 a month for. Like,
Papa, if that's the life you want to live,
yeah. Vete para allá.
If all things were, that's probably what I'd be doing. Para estar comiéndote un cable aquí, you know, I'm figuring it out little by little, and I don't have the necessity, but to any guy that wants to do that now, if you're the guy who wants to do that and thinks that you're going to bring one of those women over here.
No, that's not happening.
And re-domesticate her over here.
Not happening.
You're un carapunto.
Straight
you
up.
get what I'm saying? Like, go and knock out your little fucking midlife crisis years over there and come back and try to Pero that whole thing, there's so many dudes getting played like that.
Yeah. I think...
You saw la venezolana esa that left her for her front door neighbor?
Yeah.
You saw that?
Yeah.
Papa, take that and rewind it back.
Bro.
You thought that she was going to come here. Hi, Bobby. Get the fuck out of here,
No,
guy.
and then, of course, we're in Miami, so the wave of the Venezuelan and Cubans, fresh ones from last year and the year before that just crossed the border and came over here, you're seeing it all the time now. Que tan fresquita, and you're like, oh, poor guy.
And with the predators that there are in Miami, dog.
Predators.
Papa,
Predators,
man,
dog.
The men out here.
No,
smell them a mile away, dog.
Bro.
Smell them a mile away. Listen, I've never been the type to do the cold approaches on, like, I'll do a cold approach at a fucking bar, shit like that. But these people that can just do it in front of Oceanos
They're
and
a
shit.
Beast, bro.
Papa.
Salute.
Respect, no.
Salute.
Respect, but they're out there. And the first one that hits your fucking, you bring a girl from Venezuela and you're 30 years older, you think you're gonna fucking, sorry.
That's not the move, dog. That is not the move, I'm telling you. Not happening, bro. Son una chupacabra. The fresh ones that just come from like Cuba or Venezuela, bro. And it's really any third world country, like, that is just, they fall into that trap, bro. They fall into that. It's not the way to go, dog. I'm telling you. Don't do it. You fall into that trap. A lot of them are
escorts. Low-key escorts.
Bro,
a lot of them.
Don't even get me started on that shit.
A lot of them. A lot of them have Craigslist ads.
I'm surprised Booby Trap doesn't have like a Cuban flag outside. Like, yo, this is their territory.
That's another one. La pobre, dog. Hey, listen, it sucks that that's what they have to fucking resort to.
No, listen, hey, if you're a grown-ass woman and that's what you want to do with your life.
To tell you the truth.
Listen, that's your life.
If I prefer a woman bailando y singando for money than her fucking drugging men up or doing insurance fraud that makes our insurance go up. Go out there if that's all you can do, balabinga.
You know what? So it's
I would never wife down a chick like that.
I mean, obviously not.
But I do respect her more than a fucking thief.
For sure. Because at least she's honest.
Yeah. No, she's making money on her own means. As opposed to defrauding a system or a person.
For sure. Which brings up an interesting point. A long time ago, I forgot where I saw it. It was like on one of my friend's Instagrams where he said, like, men, like, with these women talk about, like, oh, no, because men, y esto lo otro, and, like, they try to make it seem like, you know, toxic masculinity and all that garbage. And then you have a chick like Cardi B who, like, openly admits that she used to drug men and rob them and do all this shit. Y nadie le importa. It's like, bro.
No, but listen, here's the thing. It's all like a big-ass circle. You have a wave of all these fucking simp-ass men that don't know how to be men, right? So then there's less men for women to date. So less women that are being taken care of, meaning the women that have to take care of themselves, which means they have to prey off the fucking simps. So it's like a fucking self-perpetuating cycle of viciousness, but somebody has to capitalize off this big pool of men. 80% of men are not getting pussy. 80% of men cannot find pussy for the life of them. Have you not seen the new trend of the women fucking acting out anime shit and making $20,000-$30,000 a month?
Eso está de madre.
Where there's simps out there paying for this shit, dog.
It's crazy.
And I don't blame fucking women for capitalizing on those simps.
I'm about capitalism. Do your thing.
Papa.
Do your thing.
I mean, listen, I could totally wife down a chick that has a feet OnlyFans.
For sure.
100%. You can make money off these simps.
For sure.
Let's do it.
For sending pictures of your feet, bro.
Uh-huh. Okay, but that's a thing. Can you understand that?
Yeah. And they pay a lot of money.
It's a rise in simps.
That's crazy.
And all these men that are just willing to fucking pay women and without any, and not that there has to be, but yeah, there is. It's reciprocity. You provide financial support for a woman because you're getting something back, not because she's fucking making anime sounds, dog, or because you're getting her to do something on the other side of a fucking screen.
Yeah, bro, it's crazy. So let's talk about the other side now. So we're talking about, I would say for sure it's at least 75 to 80% of men. I agree with you. Now let's talk about...
That's not what I'm saying. Those are just statistics.
Right.
I've read a lot of material on this, dog, because, you have to be up on game one and all this. When this whole alpha fucking shit took off,
right,
you gotta get versed with it. And those are the numbers. 100% of women are fucking going after 20% of men. So you have a pool and by the way, they get all these statistics from dating apps. They just look at data, dating apps, people fucking there, put the way they vote, the way they choose things, who they choose to comment to. It's all data. That's why all that data collection is so important and costs so much money. Now they get statistics like that, and now they capitalize on simps.
Yep.
So they say, oh shit, 80 fucking, that's why all those fucking programs are coming out, and all those chat rooms, there's people out there looking at this data saying, boom. Okay, these are the fucking mooks. Let's go after them.
Bro, people don't understand data is everything. Like, once you have access to information, you have an unfair advantage in anything. It doesn't matter if it's business, whatever you want, whatever area you want to talk about, bro. When you have the information and the other person doesn't, you're at a total disadvantage, bro.
It's ubiquitous, bro. I mean, in business, in any form of business, information is
key.
Information is your biggest asset. So
150%, dog.
These motherfuckers have been collecting this information for years, and now they've figured out how to collect it like compounding information.
And now with AI, it's gonna get nasty, bro. Like, the amount of data they can collect now is like...
Well, I've been saying this for the last about 6-7 months, dog. The world is gonna be a very different place in 5 years.
Oh yeah,
if not much sooner.
Yep.
But this whole fucking AI shit is exciting. Like, bro, it's crazy because I'd say that maybe a year or two ago, I remember having like a down phase where I was almost depressed, thinking, wow, we reached the technological cusp. Like,
right.
We already got the quantum. We already figured out a fucking quantum computer. We're not gonna see, like, we lived through the boom, bro. I got to see from NES, Nintendo, to all the fucking shit we're doing now.
To the internet,
we're about to have fucking flying cars.
Right.
And the last 6 months, bro, the way this AI
has changed everything.
We're gonna see a whole nother technological boom, bro. It's soon and it's right around the corner. And it's pretty crazy because just as you start feeling, oh fuck, it's kind of done. And AI's, bro, have you seen the glasses that they're building? The fucking, if they have that already, if that's already out on the market, my guy, the shit that's really
about to hit the yeah.
Bro, AI is gonna take over. I mean, they have technology out there that's giving your dreams right back to you,
bro.
Can you imagine if you had something where you could go like that, and you wake up and go to your computer and just watch your fucking dreams,
bro? Check this out.
I'm doing it, bro, because I've had a recurring dream since I was like fucking 16.
That's crazy. You imagine turning that shit into a movie or something? Oh my God.
Bro? Yeah, bro.
Check this out. So my homegirl calls
That's a great fucking point. AI will start using that
AI
for
is
fucking
crazy.
movies.
They used AI in that last Flash movie, how they kind of recreated Batman. Like, now they're talking about using images and voices from dead actors in movies. Like,
oh, no,
bro,
yeah. Well, that's
gonna
not going to happen.
Crazy.
That's not going to happen.
Yo, hey, it's already sort of happening, brother. I'm telling you.
Well,
they're doing new rap songs with Tupac and Biggie, and it's already happening, brother.
Yeah.
Ya está pasando. It's already happening.
I don't think that's ever going to hit like that.
Whoa, never say. What do you think the metaverse is, bro? It's recreating all that. It's a fake make.
So you're never gonna do it from you're never gonna get it from living actors, and I don't think people really care about fucking dead actors.
No, but well, I don't know, dog. Look at this writer strike and all that garbage that's happening.
Well,
in
that's the
Hollywood.
reason. Ain't nobody gonna allow that, dog. That's their last thing to hold on to. The second you give away the rights, that's what the strike is about.
Right, but
They don't want to let Hollywood do that.
again, I'm indifferent to it. I'm not an actor or anything, but
Now, listen, I think Hollywood can write, AI can write scripts, but
bro, that already is
it's not gonna fucking work, dog. The one thing that AI, I don't think.
yet.
Yeah, well, look, comedy. I've fucked with AI, asking it to write comedy, and that shit ain't gonna work for AI for a minute. They can't. AI can't figure out real fucking comedy.
But Caballo, with how fast it's evolving, that's the crazy part, bro. It's evolving like at a scary rate.
I think that if AI was able to write movies, all those people would be out of jobs already.
But you don't think it's gonna get to that point eventually?
Well, this is the thing. AI, in order to write a script, you got to write dialogue. And in order to understand dialogue, for it to come across a certain way, you have to understand, interaction between humans.
Right.
And then on top of that, you have to be able to direct it once it's written on fucking paper. And I don't think AI is going to do that.
Not yet, but maybe one day in 50 years.
Yeah, you're right about that. Give it 5 years and we're fucked. We're all fucked. I'm fucked.
No, I don't think
I'm moving to fucking Georgia.
Forget Miami. We're done.
Bye.
Stick a fork in it. So check me out. Coming full circle again. So I had a phone call with my homegirl I hadn't talked to in a long time. We talked on the phone for like 3 hours. And one of the points she brought up was like, bro, at any point, they're going to make an android that looks exactly like a human. You're going to stick a chip in it that has the personality that you want exactly down to the T. And you're never going to want to be with a real woman ever again.
That's 100%.
That's scary to me.
That's 100%.
That's
going
to lead to the decline of
humanity. 80% of men, that 80% of men
is going to do that.
They're going to have robot fucking pussy. 100%.
But then,
and Papa,
bro,
if it's real enough, I'll have one of those robot pussies. I'm sorry, whatever.
It doesn't scare you that you're never going to
want. Be honest here.
But it doesn't. It scares the fuck out of me that I'm never going to need to talk to a woman ever again in my life. That's scary shit, though. Like,
it's not scary. That's amazing.
Bro, humanity's done. We're never going to have fucking kids anymore.
Listen, we're saying, if you're suggesting, the only way that ever happens is if I can't, like her, if I can't tell, oh, Goño, that's a robot. That's the only way I'm going to have a robot girlfriend.
Bro.
Is if I cannot tell. Like, do you remember Weird Science?
Yes.
You remember Weird Science,
yes.
bro?
Yes.
I remember that movie for like 2-3 years. I would just go to school thinking, man, for sure they're going to come up with a program that you could build your own woman. And that's every man's fantasy.
That's crazy, though, bro. Because I'm telling you, you're not going to need a real woman anymore. You have the perfect woman. She's the perfect woman. But it's just not a human. Like, you're never going to need to...
Do you buy the robot pussy? No. If you cannot tell the difference.
Bro, I'm telling you.
Is that your girlfriend?
No.
Oh, okay.
She's not my girlfriend. Bro.
Because I don't think you're answering honestly. I think
the
you buy the
reason I would
robot
never
pussy.
buy it is because I know the second I buy it, I'm never talking to a real woman ever again. Why would I? If I have that, why would I ever interact?
Did you see my video about the flesh review, the fleshlight review? That's the same concept. Si tú te metes eso en la pingas, you're never going back. I'm being serious. Do you remember that thing? That thing rotates. It has pearls, fucking massaging it with a fucking water dispenser. Okay, but it's the same concept.
Now imagine putting that in a robot that looks like Carmen Electra. Like, bro, we're fucked.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I'm agreeing with you.
But that's what I'm saying. Like,
that women are gonna have to fucking come back and what?
No, we're never gonna have kids again, Caballo. Kids are over. You're never gonna want to have sex with a regular woman ever again in your life.
Listen. I agree with you that the whole the whole reproduction rate is a major problem right now,
bro.
It's a problem, and it's gonna become a bigger problem,
bro. Elon Musk is warning us about this shit
when the robot pussy comes.
Yes, Elon Musk. Elon Musk has like 30 kids.
Yeah, he's been talking about the decline in population for a minute.
Nobody's listening.
We're already falling under the incest lines,
bro.
We're gonna have to start fucking our cousins to stay alive.
No, de binga.
De binga.
The population, I don't think it could ever get that bad for me to do that. Ever.
We're there. We're talking about fucking cousin. Los primos and primer.
No, I'm good. You remember Wolf of Wall Street?
I could do robot pussy. I'm not doing cousin pussy.
No, definitely not. That's where I draw the line. But you get what I'm saying, though? Like, that's... And then we're already... This is not even including the metaverse and how people are never going to... That's the real Matrix. You're never going to want to leave it.
Look, so to that effect, Doug, I think that there's a pendulum for everything. You're going to see a swing that way with artificial intelligence and everything, and then you're going to have a swing back, or just it's going to break up into people that want to do it and people who want to keep it real. Like, I don't see it happening where, like, I don't see it being as doomsday
like
as
Terminator.
Exactly, or the Black Mirror episodes. You ever seen those? Because let me tell you, that first series
crazy.
Was absolutely genius.
Yes,
the way they predicted those things. Because another thing that I've always thought, maybe for like the last 2-3 years, I think that what we're going as a society is that we're gonna, you know how there's Facebook groups on Instagram?
Yeah, that's
gonna translate into the physical realm, where I don't know if you've ever done any research on Walt Disney or seen his documentaries and shit.
Yeah.
Well, this motherfucker was trying to pull off a community within Orlando where he basically, it was almost like he was president, but it was his community. He provided every employee from the fucking Walt Disney job. But the prerequisite to being in there, for example, is that you had to have a job. No matter what, everybody in the community had to fucking work. They all had to put it. And I think that society is going to start breaking off into those kinds of groups where, okay, you make your money in the real market, but
you bump it into this
you're going to a society, but everybody's so fucking unbearable in regular society
that you go to this group
that you start grouping up with people and living within communities of people that you like.
But isn't that like kind of like tribalism? What's going on now? But you're taking it to another level.
I think that's because you can do that legally. It's like a big HOA. It's like if you're fucking you're in an apartment complex and you just start saying, "Hey, look, we're gonna start living by these fucking community rules," and
everybody's just like, "All right, whatever."
100%. And you start doing, social activities within the fucking community. It's kind of what a lot of those communities try to do now. It's just everybody's not on the same page.
Right. Definitely.
Yeah. Can you imagine being part of a community where you have to worry less about there being a fucking sexual predator?
I mean, yeah.
You know for sure that there's no sexual predators. Not that you know for sure, but you can minimize the odds.
Yes. Like I'm with it. Like
you're living part of a community that was vetted by people that all agree on this, and that.
Right.
And I think that's kind of where communities at, because I don't know. I see people trying, like we were talking about, there's a big disconnect between people, and I think people are going to start trying to fucking connect again.
You know what the problem
But you want to connect with people that are like-minded.
No, of course. But what I've seen, for whatever reason, you've seen it over and over again, how those groups start well, and then it just turns into a sex cult. You know what I mean?
Well, that's the problem. That's and not that there's anything wrong with that, but like anything, like our government, shit starts corrupting. It starts off with a great idea.
Whenever a small group of people get any kind of power, it goes to shit. I don't know what it is. It just
listen, it would have to be something that's tightly run. But I think Walt Disney had a
decent idea.
A decent idea there. I don't know. Listen, I don't know if it's a good idea,
but it's an idea.
I think that's where society's headed, because again, we have a real big tendency to tribalize.
Yeah, bro.
And I think the same way we're tribalizing on the internet, where everybody's grouping up,
people are gonna start doing it in real life.
They're gonna realize, well, that's how I'm happy on the internet. Well,
so I had one of my mentors in the past on the podcast. His name is Michael DeSanti. Shout out to you, brother. He said something crazy. He's like, we're beings with primitive biology, with medieval institutions and godlike technology. Try to make sense of that soup.
We're doomed.
It's like we're cavemen that are like still going to school in these schools from 1,000 years ago and trying to and now AI is taking. It's like it makes no sense.
That's a good analogy.
It makes no sense.
What the fuck are we supposed to do?
Take it one day at a time, brother. That's what I do. One day at a time.
Dog.
Make some jokes, write a book, open a business.
100%.
What else?
Definitely no puede coger lucha.
Straight up. You can't, dog. I don't stress anything in life anymore. It's not worth it. Everything has a solution.
I stress, pero as little as possible, bro.
Bro, but let me tell you, comedians, if it wasn't for you guys, the world, I always say it, if it wasn't for the comedians the last 3 years, the world would have went insane. You guys were the only ones, first off, the only ones who had enough balls and enough sense to tell the truth. Second, everybody laughing is what kept the whole world from killing each other. Like, everybody was, like that, this tension, and like everybody would catch that one little reel on Instagram or go to a comedy show and be like, you know, like.
No, I know what you mean, bro. It was a big 3 years. It was a big couple of years for comedians. I think, as ironic as it is, I think all that pandemic shit, I think all the political shit helped.
It did.
And it has eased off. I don't feel the pressure. I don't feel the censorship pressure as much.
For sure.
There's definitely still shit I can't say.
But it's not like before.
But it's definitely not like before. And I've learned one good thing, Doug. You can't promote Trump. I can absolutely cagarme en el corazón de la madre de Biden. I can shit on Hillary Clinton. I can do this, but I cannot promote Trump.
That's like
that's what they care about you. That's the fucking, that's the blasphemy in their eyes. Don't fucking promote that prick, and you're good.
It is what it is.
So
at least freedom of speech is semi-back, somewhat. Un poquito.
yeah, absolutely. I get to talk my shit, dog.
Bro, Caballo, this has been awesome. Thank you so much for coming to the show, dog. I really appreciate you coming. From the bottom of my heart, I wish you to multiply by 1,000 because I think the world needs to hear how fucking hilarious you are. You have a gift. Keep sharing it. And I'm definitely going to catch you at a show one of these days for sure. I usually wrap up my show the same way. So I usually just ask 3 questions to wrap up. So 1, what inspires a Caballo?
What inspires me? Trying to be a better role model for my youngest brother. My mom had a child by my stepfather when she was 40. So he's around, he's always 20 years younger than me. And he inspires me to be better so that he doesn't have a degenerate for a role model anymore.
That's the one that lives in the one you picked up the other day.
He's going to school in Tennessee now, but he was playing basketball in Georgia.
Nope.
For high school.
Super far. That's good, man. I think we do for others what we would never do for ourselves.
Absolutely, Doug. And it gives. He's shown me how much I need to have a child of my own. It's a huge stepping stone in life. You can tell. Because I can tell the things that I've done and the ways I've changed for him. I can tell it would just be exponential with your own child,
100%. I aspire to get married and have kids one day. Let's see what happens. I mean, I just gotta find.
Papa, first you get the money.
Then you get the power.
Then you get the power.
Then you get the woman. So I'm working on it.
And you make the babies.
Yes, 150%. Because my kids are not going to go through
You definitely cannot make babies comiendo de un cable.
No, bro. And para comer ese cable, that some of the stuff we went through when we were kids, bro, I'm not, forget all that. I definitely want to be in a certain place in life and give my kids a certain lifestyle. So
that's what's up, man.
One day that'll happen. Second question, my brother. What's next for Ed Caballo?
I'm trying to make bigger comedy productions, bro. I want to get into that streaming game.
Dope.
Right now I kind of have the whole comedy show thing on lock. I have a routine. I'm doing the speed dating events.
Dope.
My next thing to try to make a little more money is that I want to try to invest money in production for higher production comedy skits, bro. Basically that I can package together and try to sell to streaming platforms.
Dope. I love it. Man, talk about leveling up, bro. Starting with Pepe Villeta on Twitter and now trying to level up. I love it, man. The evolution of human beings is something I love watching, dog. And like I said, I've followed you for a while, and seeing you come that far is awesome, dude. Really.
Little by little, bro.
Yeah, and especially like I speak as a fan, but also as a friend, like, there's so many people that enjoy your material, bro. So many people, because all you see is love in your comments. Oh my God. Everybody's dying laughing. There's no hate whatsoever. And that just goes to show.
Unless it's a cyclist.
Before I ask you the last question, how did that start, bro? How did the whole, like, bicycle thing? And
how did it start? Have you never been caught behind alpaca these comebingas? I've been fucking dealing with this shit. Actually, it's funny because I was looking through my Facebook videos the other day, and my first post about cyclists was like 3-4 years ago. And it started off so friendly. Like, I was just like, come on, guys, stay off the road.
And
3 years later, hijo de puta! ¡Qué manera resingar! And, oh, man, that's just hilarious. But, bro, it's, number one, it's an easy target. Bitch.
Yeah. It's low-hanging fruit.
99% of the population hates them.
Hates these guys.
The only people that doesn't hate them is them. So it's like, again, it's fucking so easy. Me cago en su madre. They're annoying as fuck. What I'm saying is true as fuck. They're a bunch of pricks. And obviously, they're also well-to-do. So they're hard to fucking get rid of.
Right.
You can't do shit about it. Trust me that I've talked to the MDPD to get them on podcasts. The mundo doesn't want to tell them because they're well-to-do and they start fucking suing the city like a bunch of pricks.
I'm down to do a podcast, bro. I'll invite the president of 305 Cycle on here and we'll do it.
Of 305 Cycle?
There's a group called 305 Cycle.
No, trust me, when so a lot of them follow me and they love my shit.
Oh.
Because they're not all assholes.
Right. But the one
and they're not all, and to tell you the truth, the only ones I really speak to are los comebingas that ride in packs of 20. That you can't fucking get around them. Because, hey, listen, I understand. Nos vamos a tener que comer un cable every now and then behind a few of you. But do it so that we can fucking pass you quickly when we have time. No. They ride in packs of 20 and 30. Y a propósito, they tell me, like, the ones that don't like me, they'll fucking tell me, because what the fuck? When we ride in shorter, you guys drive too close to us. So it's like a fucking... it's the vinga, dog. But I enjoy fucking clowning. There's plenty of them that are fucking good people, though.
Yeah, that's dope. So I'm actually going to ask one more question before I ask the final one because this came to mind. Miami Weather Diaries, the Cyclist Series. What's been your favorite out of all the content you make? Because I want to hear you, and then I'll tell you mine.
I've never been asked this before. I enjoy Para Comer Tanta Mierda, or like my social skits where I touch on social things and I kind of try to like give my point. Mira por favor. I like Mira por favor because it's real fucking...
The Monday videos. Deja de ser tanto enfermo.
Yeah.
Deja de ser enfermo y ponte a trabajar. I love it.
What the fuck news is also another favorite of mine. But I think everybody right now, everybody's always loved the Miami Weather Diaries.
Right.
And the cyclist shit, everybody loves it now.
Right. So for me, it's the Cuban translation videos. Like when you say the Cuban
Oh, yeah.
Bro, those are my favorite.
Those are good ones too, bro.
Okay.
Those are good ones.
You only understand it if you're Cuban or Hispanic. Like,
no, we've been doing that for so long, right?
Right.
I don't know about you, but my whole life, like to myself and between my friends,
mango, bro.
fucking that's a rice with mango, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I've always translated it to English with my friends.
Yes. Oh my God. In case of the flies.
For if the flies. For if the flies.
That's my favorite, bro. I love it, man. Mi hermano, and then, so the last question. How does a caballo want to be remembered?
Someone who fucking put a smile on your face, bro. That's why I do it. I don't do it for much more.
That's dope.
I do it to entertain.
I love that, man. Laughter, like putting a smile on somebody's face is probably, it'll make my day, bro. Let me tell you.
Yeah, I mean, I must say I don't really think about what I'm gonna be remembered for much, but if I do, I'd like to be remembered as someone that made you smile.
I love it, bro. You gotta leave the world a better place than when you it has to be better when you leave this place.
God willingly.
And I think you're doing that, man. Again,
appreciate you, brother.
From the bottom of my heart, I hope your success multiplies by 1,000. You're doing something awesome, original. As someone from Miami that lives in Miami, that was born and raised in Miami, a Cuban, I absolutely love what you do, bro. I know there's a million people out there that feel exactly the same way. How can people connect with you?
Follow me on my Instagram. It's at Caballo305. On TikTok, it's the same. And on Facebook as well. YouTube, you can see my podcast out there. On any one of my fucking platforms, you can see where my next comedy shows are going to be or my next events. Outside of that, man, I want to thank you for having me, bro. This hour flew by.
It's a pleasure.
I had a great time with you,
Definitely.
and I wish you, success moving forward as well, dog.
I appreciate it, bro. And I feel like we'll definitely do this again in the future. For sure.
Fuck yeah.
Appreciate you, man. Dale. Hasta la próxima.
Dale, Betia.
Alrighty, guys. Another episode of Montana Method Podcast with your host, Nelson. Special guest at Caballo. As always, I always end the same way. Please remember, push it to the limit. The world is yours. And never, ever, ever forget that if you're not chasing a dream, life is meaningless, guys. I'll see you on the next one.
I've been out here hustling all my life. Every day we get into it. Really out here in these streets. That's day and night. Like there's nothing to it. When I was going through it, dog, I never got your call. I never asked for nothing, no. But now I want it all. I promise I'ma do it. Came from rags to riches. Rags to riches. Came from rags to riches. Rags to riches. Came from rags.